Students, we are learning lesson number 7, lenses, and in this lesson, before this we have studied images formed by the convex lens, images formed by the concave lens, and rules also we have studied. So, and before this also we have studied power of the lens, then lens formula we have studied, again sign conventions also we have studied. Now in today's video we are going to learn human eye and working of its lens. Which point we are going to study? That point is there, human eye and working of its lens. This point we are going to study. So in this point, in this article, structure of human eye, we are going to study what is the structure, which are the parts of the human eye, what are the functions of that particular human eye, that parts. So one by one we are going to study. So which parts are there? One thing we'll do here. First I will revise that points. I will teach that one points, and then while writing points we'll draw simultaneously diagram. We are going to draw simultaneously, we'll draw the diagram. So first part is there, which is the outermost part. That part is thin, transparent. Again it is having thin transparent membrane is there, or cover is there on the human eye, and that one is their cornea. So first part is their cornea. Second point is there, in the cornea light enters into the eyes. With the help of cornea, through the cornea light enters into the eyes, and maximum amount of whatever light is there, maximum amount of light is incident light. It is refracted into the eye. Whatever maximum amount of incident light is there, it is refracted into the eye, or it is entering into the eye through the outer surface of the cornea. Second part is there, that one is there, iris. IRIS. So what is iris? Iris is dark fleshy screen, or a dark fleshy screen is there behind the cornea. Dark fleshy screen like structure is there, membrane structure is there, and that one is there, iris behind the cornea. Inside the cornea there is iris. Now second point, in case of the iris, color of iris is different for different people. This one you have to remember. Then third point is there, pupil. So what is the pupil? Small hole of the changing diameter at the center of the iris. Small hole of changing diameter, and that small hole is there, it is changing the diameter. Its diameter can change, and it is called as a pupil. And a pupil controls amount of light entering into the eyes. What is the function of pupil? Pupil controls amount of light entering into the eyes. Okay. Again one more point is there related to the pupil. If a bright light is falling on the pupil, if a light is bright, then it contracts. If light is dim, then it get widen, or it will expand, or it will get widen. So amount of light entering into the human eye, it is controlled with the help of pupil. Now next, fourth part is there, that one is their lens. So human eye has double convex lens. It is transparent, it is crystalline, and it is present behind the pupil. Double convex is there, transparent is there, again what you can say, crystalline is there, and it is present behind the pupil. So lens provides small adjustment. So that lens is adjusting lens. It is providing small adjustment of the focal length, okay, to focus that particular image. So to focus that particular image, it is providing small adjustment for the focal length. And another thing is the lens create real and inverted image. What type of image it is creating? It is creating image real and inverted, upside down, inverted upside down. So these are the points related to the lens. After that, after lens, next part is there which is behind or inside that particular eyeball, and it is backside is there, and that one is there, what you can say, retina. On that retina, light rays are converged and image is formed there, and behind that one there are what you can say, optic nerves are there. That optic nerves, they are producing electrical signal, and that electrical signal is carried with the help of optic nerves to the brain, and brain is the last part, and it is interpreting the information, and it is giving information of that particular object as it is to us, So like this way, human eye, it is having various parts, and it is working, and these various parts are working, and therefore different functions are there. So one by one, while writing points, we will draw the diagram. So for draw a diagram, I will keep space to the right side. So remember, working of human eye and working of its lens. So parts of human eye, So which parts are there? So first part, or you can say letters you can use. Suppose A is there. First one is there, cornea. So what is the cornea? It is the thin transparent cover or membrane on the human eye. Thin, suppose first point is there, thin transparent cover or membrane. Thin transparent cover or membrane on the human eye. Is called cornea. So what is the function of cornea? In that second point we will write. So light enters into the eyes through the cornea. Light enters into eye through the cornea. Light enters into the eye through the cornea. Third point you can write, maximum amount of light is, incident light is refracted into the eye at the outer surface of cornea. So maximum amount of light, which light is there? Incident light is there. Maximum amount of incident light is refracted. So what do you mean by refracted? Changing direction. So maximum amount of light, incident light, is refracted into eye at the surface of cornea. So at the surface of cornea, maximum amount of incident light is refracted. It is refracted into the eyes. So first part we'll draw here. Suppose outermost part is there. So like this way we'll draw. This outermost part you are saying cornea. Okay, this one is their cornea. You can draw diagram from the textbook. So cornea is there. Second part is there, iris. Second, suppose B part is there, iris. So in case of the iris, So dark fleshy screen behind the cornea. First point is there, dark fleshy screen, or also you can say membrane behind the cornea is called iris. Second point, in case of the iris, what is the second point? Color of iris is different for different people. Color of iris is different for different people. So eye color of iris, eye color depends upon iris, and the color of iris is different for different people. Now we'll draw that iris. So like this way it will be there. So it is like this. Suppose this one is there, iris is there. So after that, these 2 points you have to write. I would rub these 2 points. Now I am going to write next point. Now the next part is there, pupil is there. Next, third part is there, pupil. So what is pupil? That one I will see, and I will draw immediately there, so you will understand what is pupil. So part C is there, pupil. So 1 to 3 points we'll write in that pupil. Small hole of changing diameter which is present at the center of iris is called as a pupil. Small hole of changing diameter. Small hole of changing diameter present at the center of iris is called pupil. Second point is there, pupil controls amount of light entering into the eyes. Pupil controls amount of light entering into eyes. Third point is there, if a bright light comes and if dim light comes, then what happens? If bright light comes, then pupil contracts and it controls the amount of light entering into it. And if dim light comes, then it widens. Widens means becomes broad, extended. So it is the, what you can say, small hole. So this one will be there, small hole type is there, and this one will be there. You can give name to it as pupil, or from front side also you can give the name. This one will be there, pupil. It controls the amount of light entering into the eye. Now next part is there, after this next part is there, and that one is their eye lens. Next part I will rub this one and then I will write eye lens. So fourth point is there, and that fourth point is there, eye lens. So eye lens is crystalline double convex lens is there, and it is transparent. 1 minute. D point is there, eye lens. eye lens is there. In that first one is there. So double convex transparent crystalline lens behind the pupil. Double convex crystalline and a transparent lens present behind pupil. Second point is there, in that lens provides small adjustment of the focal length and to focus the image. So lens provides small adjustment. Of focal length to focus the image. Third point is there. So lens create real and inverted image. Lens creates real and inverted image. So one thing you can draw here now. So this one is a lens, suppose this one is there, and these ciliary muscles are there. So these are ciliary muscles. And this one is their eye lens. Now we'll make this one little bit. So another some names are there. So this one outermost is their cornea. This middle white color is there. No, that one is their scleroid. And that innermost is there. So wait. Scleroid, then there will be choroid, and here innermost it will be what you can say, retina. And here optic nerves will be there. Okay, so I will rub this one, and then I am going to draw next diagram. So 1 minute. After retina, next part is there, and that next part is after lens, next part is their retina. So that retina we are going to study. So one thing you have to remember, that outermost layer is their cornea. Wait 1 minute. Outermost layer is cornea, but this white colored mirrored layer is there, that one is their scleroid coat is there. Scleroid coat is there, and inside middle is there, choroid is there, choroid, and then to the inner side there is, what you can say, retina is there. To the inner side there is retina, on which image is formed. Or light rays are converged. So next part, and that one part is there, what you can say, after that F or E part is there, and that E part is the retina. So retina, information of the retina, extreme behind retina is there. So lens creates real and inverted image of that particular object on the screen inside the eye. So that screen you are seeing, that one is there, sensitive screen is there, and that one is the retina. So lens creates, first point, lens creates real and inverted image. Lens creates real and inverted image on a sensitive screen inside the eye is called retina. So on that screen the image is formed, and that one is their retina. Next, second point is there, this screen is having sensitive cells and get excited, and they are forming. So sensitive cells are present on that particular retina, and when light falls on it, it generates electrochemical or electrical signals. So retina is made up of light sensitive cells which creates electrical signal, or you can say impulse, okay, and that generated electrical signal or impulse, it is carried to the brain with the help of optic nerves. So next F part is there, and that one is there, what you can say, optic nerves is there. So where are the optic nerves, and what is their function, that one will see. So in case of the lens, suppose here will be optic nerves, OPTIC, optic nerves are there, and that optic nerves are carrying that signal or impulse created on the retina to the brain. Optic nerves or electrical signal created or generated, it is transmitted or conveyed to the brain with the help of optic nerves. So electrical signal or impulse is transferred or conveyed. Electrical signal is transferred or conveyed to the brain by optic nerves. Okay, optic nerves are carrying that electrical signal or impulse to the brain. So that optic nerves are there, so they are carrying electrical signal or impulse to the brain. Then after that next part is there, brain will be their last part. Then brain, what is the function of brain? So that one will see. We are going to write the functions as well as role of brain in the working of eye. So next E, F, G is there, in that brain is there. So so what you can say, brain analyze the electrical signals and we pursue the image of the object as it is. The brain analyzes analyzes electrical signal and we pursue the image of an object, or we pursue object as it is. We pursue the object as it is. So this is function of brain. So here some nerves are there, like this way you can show, and this one is their eyeball. So we have studied structure of human eye and what are the parts and their functions also we have studied. Now in the working, next point is there, and in that working, so like this way it is working. But see, when light rays will enter like this way, they will come and then they will get converged at single point. Like this way light rays will be converged on the retina. They will be converged on the retina. So next part we are going to study in that how that adjustment lens is doing. So next part is there, while looking distinct object and while looking nearby object, what happens about the lens, that one will see. This diagram also you have to draw. I will rub this one. So while looking distinct object and while looking nearby object, what happens to the lens actually we'll see. So next point is that in that working only, first one is there, suppose while looking nearby objects and while looking far away objects. So first we'll take while looking distinct object. While looking distinct object, distinct, D-I-S-T-I-N-C-T. Distinct means far away object, objects. So what happens? First point is there, while looking far away object or objects which are at infinity, first thing is the lens becomes flat. So lens becomes flat. Second thing is the focal length increases. These two changes are happening when you are looking at distinct object. So you can draw the diagram directly like this way, and suppose this one is their outermost cornea is there, then iris will be there, so here lens will become flat. When you are looking distinct object. Distinct object means light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, so they will converge here. This one will be their cornea, this one will be retina, then like this way you are drawing. Outermost also. So it is becoming flat. So second thing is there, second point is there, while looking nearby objects. So what happens? So first thing is there, opposite will happen. Lens will become round shape. Lens becomes more rounded. Second thing is their focal length decreases. Focal length decreases. These two changes are happening. In case of the while focusing that particular object, nearby object or far away objects, in that it is focused. The next thing is there. Here diagram also you have to draw. Suppose this one is there. Suppose like this way you are drawing the eye, human eye. Then so this one will be there, iris. And this lens will become rounded. Here we have shown thin, but here will be rounded. It will become thick. So here, like this way. So this one will be cornea, this one will be lens, and this lens is there, rounded lens. When light rays are coming from nearby objects, like this way, light rays are coming from nearby object, then they will be converged at single point. And here you can draw like this way, optic nerves. Here also you can draw optic nerves. So this one is there for distinct object, and this one is there for nearby objects. So this one is the adjustment of the lens. Next thing is thus what you can say, that lens increases, focal length increases, focal length decreases, and we are able to see the object as it is just due to the adjustment of that particular lens focal length. So next part we are going to study, and that one is the power of accommodation. Next point is there, power of accommodation. So what I mean by what is the power of accommodation, that one will see. Power of accommodation. Next part is the power of accommodation. So what is the power of accommodation? In that, see, lens is having capacity, human eyes, and its lens is having capacity to increase or to decrease the focal length, to change the focal length, to increase or to decrease the focal length. Okay, this capacity of that particular lens, it is called as a power of the lens, or you can say power of accommodation. So capacity of the lens, definition is there, the capacity of lens to change, the focal length, is called power of accommodation, power of accommodation. It is called as the power of accommodation. And the next points are there, 2 points that remain, and that 2 points are there. First one is the near point, and another one is there, far point. So what do you mean by near point, or a distance of what we can say? Clearly you can see nearby objects. So near point, their definition is there, minimum distance of the object from the normal eye. minimum distance of the object from the normal eye, and at which object can be seen clearly without stress on the eyes. So minimum distance from the normal eyes, minimum distance of the object from the normal eyes at which object can be seen clearly without stress on the eyes, it is called as a near point. And near point for the human eye is the 25 centimeter. So definition is there: the minimum distance of the object, minimum distance of the object from normal eye at which object can be seen clearly without without stress on eyes. Stress on eyes is called near point or a distinct vision or minimum distance for the near point, you can say. So next point is there far point. So what is the far point? So one thing here remain, that one is the near point. Next point is the near point for human eye is at 25 centimeter. That means you can read the textbook at 25 centimeter, and if distance decreases then you cannot see clearly. Then minimum distance at which you can see the object clearly, that one is their near point. Next point is their far point. So what is the far point? It is the maximum distance of the object from the eye. The maximum distance of the object, from human eye at which object can be seen clearly without stress on eyes is called far point. And here you can say far point for human eye is at infinity. That means you can see into the sky also, too much long distance. So far point is there at infinity, near point is there at the 25 centimeters. So remaining next point we are going to study in next video.